Alrighty, here we go, guys. Part 14. We're hopping right in here. We are, what you guys have been looking forward to, we are assaulting London. Here we go. The Battle of London, round 2. We took round 1 with very, very minimal losses. We really didn't lose absolutely anything. We only took, like, I think 15 15 men lost out of our main Highland units. So with that great accomplishment, we'll be able to move on into this part here, and really shouldn't be hard at all to take the city here, as he has pulled the army pretty far back here. He has 1, 2, 3 artilleries, a good number of infantry, but very weak cavalry. We have some artilleries as well. We have them here. We'll unlimber them. That way they'll be available when the fight begins. There we go. That's a fine position. How far can they shoot out? Can they hit everything? They can hit absolutely everything, so that's great. We won't have to really move them. And we're going to do an old style of Napoleon line formations that I used to do a lot, which, you know, a lot of people do it. I saw it from people like Lionheart and things like that. That you just, it's a pretty standard style. Take units here on the left side. There we go. And on the right side, like that. We want to pull them back a slight bit, like that. And the ones here. There we go. It's good because we want to make sure that they're farther back. That way, if the cannon turns, it doesn't hit your own men. So we got that. All right, we'll group those together. It's that flank, and then we'll use these units here. Reinforcements. They go wherever they're needed. We have the general here. He'll hang out right behind the reinforcements, and we have the cavalry, which really not gonna do much at all. Group up the artillery. Here we go. So we have reinforcements coming, which are coming in from the back. We'll aim to hit the artillery here. It looks like they're actually limbering. Oh, we killed the enemy general already. Wow. So instantly the enemy general is already dead. That is amazing. So we have that going on already. And we'll group these guys up here. We want to have them like this. So we'll take them, put them right here. We won't have to have them rush at all to get into position. And we already are routing the enemy general unit here. They're already on their way out. So this is looking to be a pretty easy fight. Alright, we want to aim for the center here. If we can cut open their center, we'll be able to do a lot more things here, as this army is very weak after, you know, fighting it out already previously. So look at this, some kills going on already. Actually, I don't think we killed like 3 guys. Look at that. Oh, the guy's sniffing the other ones, but that's a little weird. I'm not about that. Alright, yeah, I think we have 2 of these here, which we could take you there. This one is part of Team 1, so you'll group up with them. And here we go, just maybe slightly more. There we go.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Oh, relax. Nothing's happening. General took 1 artillery shot. Just pull him back a little bit. He lost 1 guy. I'm not worried. He does have these artillery, though, which I don't believe actually have a chevron here. No. These are... one of them has a chevron, so it's going to be able to do a bit of damage. But my artillery here has already 1 chevron on each of them, which is absolutely great. And we'll be looking to get those 12-pounders soon. Look at that, shaking the whole screen. I love that animation that they have from the shaking the screen there. And we got this guy who is kind of slowly marching over here. So we're not going to rush him at all because we don't want him to get tired. Well, I'd rather have them just walk. These guys are getting winded, so we'll have them walk because we don't really need them to get over there too quickly because the enemy units aren't really moving at all. They're just kind of hanging out, taking artillery fire. If I can, oh yes, we want to focus down this artillery unit most definitely. It's got 3 chevrons on it, 4 chevrons. This one would do a lot of damage. They have a really high reload rate.
Your general has been killed.
Oh god. So we just lost a general here. Apparently, these units are taking a lot of fire, so we're gonna move them there. We have 2 more generals, but we did take those shots, which were not very good. We're gonna pull back the generals here because we're taking a lot of damage from that. We need to focus down this unit here, see if we can do some good damage here. We did kill their general though, so it's almost an equal trade on that side, but we are taking a lot of damage here. We do have a lot of reinforcements that we can bring in, so not a big deal, really, to tell you the truth. It's not a big deal. We can kind of reevaluate situations whenever we need to. We can put troops wherever we need them. And I think, personally, our lines can take on his lines one-on-one. They're very experienced. Look at this, 3 chevrons on that one, 4 chevrons on that one. A strong left flank with a bit of a younger right flank. Each one has about 1 chevron. But here we got a very experienced unit here with 4 chevrons. They're going to be able to do a lot of damage here, and most of his army, pretty non-chevron units here. So 1 chevron unit does beat a no chevron unit. Now these are, of course, you know, you have the we just kind of got militia here. We got foot garrisons, which are pretty much the non-chevron units, but we do have a chevron unit here, which is the KGL. And the KGL are really good. They don't rout very often. It takes a lot to rout a KGL unit, and they do a lot of damage. Now, this is a perfect opportunity to hit right here, because they're all bunched up here in the center. Now, we might need to move troops forward slightly. It does look like he's going to come at me here. He has a militia unit here marching up a hill, which is not a recommended thing to do. We have a good position here. A lot of our guys on the hills here. So it's kind of like if he can get right about here, he's going to be in a bad spot because he's going to be shooting uphill at more troops. Now we do have this ability here, which we will initiate that contact by running these units to a good spot right here. And here we go. This is an even better spot here because we're just slightly above a hill here. And this unit right here, this armed citizenry, they are already upset because their general died. They're tired. They're not feeling good here. And now they're taking on the might of the Scottish army, which is extremely terrifying in my opinion. And if you look at their line, our line is very much parallel to the side. Theirs is very much curved. It curves heavily on our right flank, but very open on their right flank and on our left flank, which is where our heavier units are. So if we can curve them around, they really open up that artillery there to take a lot of damage, and cavalry can do good strikes there and here. So what that's going to do is if they can't penetrate us here, it's a very dangerous style of play to do that curved line style. I prefer to do the parallel style because the parallel style keeps you defended on all flanks. It's not easy to overcome a flank in a parallel style because, especially if you have a good number like I do, we kind of go from side to side almost. So it's not easy to kind of spin around on us on the flanks. We do have the ability, and they're very open. You can spin around behind these units here, which is not very good in my opinion, and they sent very low-level troops to do the blunt work here. You want the heavier units in this type of style of play here. You want the heavier units to push in and try and crumble these flanks here. But when you're taking on an army that outnumbers you extremely, and they have reinforcements that aren't coming in behind you where you can kind of cut them off, they're coming in behind their reinforcing force, so they can do whatever they want, really. They can get reinforcements wherever they're needed and be able to do whatever they need to do with them. We did rout off that unit there. We're going to reload here with most of our men, which is great. And there we go. That unit had to pull back. We did a lot of damage to it. Almost killed 200 men out of that unit. Really didn't lose absolutely anything here. We lost 10 units in that one and 1 unit in that one. So 11 kills for them and almost 200 for us. I will take that trade any day here. These unit is wavering, which is great. Their artillery is doing a good bit of damage to my units, but like I said, if you guys play Shogun, which I take it most of you guys probably play Shogun, Shogun artillery is so good. Shogun artillery is so key. I've won several battles just on artillery pretty much alone with slight infantry support. So by having a good number of artillery, you're able to really do a lot of damage to an enemy unit with a good number of artillery. We need to run these guys up here, and they're steady because they're concerned over taking enemy fire. They're shaken here, but watch this. They're going to instantly not be shaken because we're going to do a heck of a lot of damage to this unit here, and they're broken. And here we go. They're open to be attacked by this unit here. Come on now. Get a nice shot off on them. We wanna completely rout them. Good shot. Oh, they're not completely routed here, but they're pretty much non-existent at this point. He's pulling a lot of units over here. He's pulling some militia units here, some militia garrisons. He's bringing the KGL and the Dutch line infantry, which I think look pretty sweet with the little puffs on their hat there. Apparently we're aiming artillery there. I don't really want to aim artillery there, to tell you the truth. Did we rout that really good artillery unit? We did not. That unit is still here. We want to focus on them if we can. I want to focus on the main bunch of the units here. With that being focused, we'll be able to do a lot more with what we're doing here. I cannot believe that this armed citizenry is still coming back. It is insane right now. They should not be coming back anymore. They pretty much have lost it. We've broken that one like pretty much instantly as soon as they came into the battle here, and I don't know why this British Dutch line infantry has formed a square here, because there's not cavalry's on the other side of the map here. And this is what I'm talking about. That kind of curved style loses very often to a parallel style without good heavy chevron units and heavy strong units on those flanks to kind of break them. Because it can work very well, but it's almost like a StarCraft all-in. It's kind of like, if you lose the all-in, you lose. You don't have enough backup to bring yourself back into the game, so it's gonna pretty much beat you. And with that being said, that's pretty much what's happened here. He's lost most of his forces here. He's forcing himself to almost frantically relocate here because he doesn't know where a weak spot is in my line. He's taking artillery fire constantly, and he's not getting a lot out of his artillery. He did kill a general, so it is a good take in some sense there, but overall, it's not that good. He's taking a lot of artillery fire, and he's getting attacked by a lot of units here. Okay, so these units are under artillery fire. We're going to pull them. And that's alright. Okay, go, run. Run, 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 run. Nice concave there. We're breaking this. We did break the British Dutch line infantry unit. That's routing. This unit now routing as well. So really, it's just a frantic. He's kind of just getting broken from all flanks here. It's going to be a longer fight because he does indeed have a lot of units just kind of hanging out right here, not coming in and doing a lot of damage to me, but I still have these units which are going to be able to pretty much wipe out his entire army here at this point. So we'll reload here, and once all our guys are reloaded, they're going to get a good volley off on this British-Dutch line infantry unit, which really should rout it. It's wavering. This volley might rout them here. Yep, there we go, and they routed off of that volley. Another volley, just to make sure. They're going to be down to 68 men. And they're really, if they come back, they're not a threat at all. We've only lost very minimal numbers here on the flank, and we now have troops to concave it in. And by doing that parallel style, it leaves you open to a concave, and a concave really hurts. If you leave it open for the other team to form a concave on you, and we kind of hanging out here in the forest, you're going to get hurt really bad, and they're really bunched up here. So artillery would be great right here. They're very bunched up, and they're going to take a lot of fire. And if we can do some fire not only on them with the infantry, but also with the artillery, it really will make a difference. A huge difference here. And where is that artillery unit that had all the chevrons? Oh, it's right here. It's up to 5 chevrons now. It's a very experienced unit here with 5 chevrons, which is absolutely terrifying. Just gonna put that out there. 5 chevrons on a unit is terrifying in and of itself. And okay, we're gonna ungroup them, and we're gonna pull them this way, like so. Boom, group them back up. We could probably walk there because a lot of these units are tired, so we'll probably just walk to get into that position, but that's going to form such a heavy concave on them, they're going to be forced to attack. And actually, we may have to run them here. Yeah, we're going to have to run him here because he's moving troops out to combat me, so I'm going to need to run these troops to get them into position fast enough. If I don't get them there fast enough, it actually could bite me in the butt here. I won't have those units to fight them out, and my units that are already there can get outflanked. These units are marching into gunfire. You know, it's not the best thing you want here. If we can get this one at least ready to go, that'll secure the far flank here and do a great thing. So we do have them pretty much in the concave now. So you can walk now. No reason to keep running when you can take a break. We have a lot of units coming in to attack us here on this flank. These guys are not doing too well with their feeling here. We'll run a general here to keep them, to keep their hopes up, and we're going to use the cavalry now. The cavalry is now coming into effect as infantry is in an awkward state here. They're kind of trying to form some lines here to fight us, but they're kind of out of position here. They're such an awkward state here, and now we're starting to rout them. And just a full-on cavalry charge here. Gonna do a lot. A good cavalry charge on this militia should pretty much rout them completely, almost instantly, because militia can't form squares. So they're going to take this on just straight up, and that's a lot of cavalry to come in here. And we're not only going to get the cavalry there, but we're going to get cavalry to charge in from behind as well. Charge in on the flank here. They're kind of like running perpendicular to them, and now they're kind of just walking here at this point. I don't understand what they're doing now. Can y'all just run, or no? We're just gonna keep walking. I guess we're gonna continue walking here. His army is pretty much whittled down to very weak units now. He's forced to form up here in the center area, bunch up to defend the cannons, which is gonna hurt him because he doesn't have that ability to move out and keep himself covered on flanks. He has to bunch up which gives me the opportunity to really move in whole armies here and do a lot of damage. We could run this army all the way up here. We're going to be in such a good range here that we really could end it here. We'll run them all the way. These infantry doing a great job here. Going to hold this flank very nicely. That's a Highland foot right there. This will keep him where he's at. I want to move him up like this, though. Oh, this cavalry in a really bad spot. We're in a really bad spot here. This cavalry got really caught out of position here. And, yeah, pretty much the entire cavalry is routing here at this point. They got caught really far out of position. Now, this unit is really good, so I'd like to save it if I could. I'd like to run him out of here. If I can run him out of here, that's great, because he is he's a 5 chevron cavalry unit, which is so huge. Here we go, and form square. Square formation here. Nice square formation. And that's going to tear up this light dragoon unit, which I don't understand really what it's doing. It's kind of just running perpendicular or parallel to the other unit here. And yeah, it's not gonna end too well. And this unit gonna charge directly into a square. Didn't know if you knew that, but square pretty much completely owns cavalry. You can't really successfully charge into a square. One unit of infantry can really hold off so much of an enemy force by forming square. It's really just that insane when you actually look at it. The way infantry units can just hold off constant waves of cavalry without really much problem here. We've shattered that unit, so we'll pull them back out. Reform up that line. The line we have on the flank here, we're going to pull these guys like this. Here we go. This is kind of a tough situation here because we don't want to get outflanked with this unit, but we don't want the other units to get outflanked. So we kind of got to turn up like this, excuse me. Is this unit, the unit's still confident. It's got a good number of units in it. And here we go, turn. Alright, we are in range. So we will be able to shoot with this unit, which is great. Here we go. A nice volley there. And that's a good strategy, is always use, try and keep units connected and always try and keep complete flanks secure. So this flank here is secure because I have this unit to cover this flank here. They'll take the fire from the front. This unit isn't going to get outflanked from the left. And their right side, there's no units there to outflank. They're parallel to this unit here. So it's going to do a good bit of damage to that unit there. Now we're pretty much completely wavering off this whole army here. It's going to slowly end here. Yeah, we've taken London here. I don't think it was much of a question before the battle really began whether we were going to win or not. We outnumbered them so heavily, and they lost pretty much their entire armies before this that it really didn't matter. We had a full stack army to reinforce here at any point, and this army that we're using didn't take really any damage in the last fight, so they were pretty much fresh. The other army took a whole lot of damage, which made the big difference here. Now this unit, I'm surprised they're still holding. It might take one more volley. Yep, there we go. And they are broken now. We might be able to shatter them. No, doesn't look like we're going to shatter them. Nope, they're still going to be in it. This unit is wavering, so they should rout pretty soon. It'll probably take a volley or two to rout them completely. I can't seem to see their flag above them. I don't know why that is. But, yep, there we go. So we just have these two artillery units pretty much still alive. This unit is alive, but just barely. It's pretty much not even existent anymore. But they're now shaken. And we take this unit right here. with this spot here. Actually, we could probably like bring them like directly, like point blank range into the enemy here. That unit is broken. It's pretty much gonna get completely routed here. If we can just do a few more volleys here, this unit is gonna run into them here because they're running parallel to this this line that we're gonna form here. But they're gonna move, and if they come back, they're just gonna take a lot of fire here. Let's not fire at will yet because I want to select fire onto these artillery unit, not onto that infantry. So we're gonna select fire onto the artillery,
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
and they've used all their ammo. So, screw it. Just charge straight in. Screw it. This unit deserves to win the battle. They've done so well. They fought off constant number of units here, and they're gonna charge into that infantry unit here, which will pretty much probably shatter them. They do lose a lot there because the artillery does turn on them, and now the artillery is shooting at them as well, so they're killing off their own artillery as well. That unit's broken, and we'll just straight charge into the next unit as well. It's really not going to matter at this point. 5 will unfire at will them. Stop the shooting, and there we go. London is ours, guys. There we go. It's all over now. Victory, heroic one. We did lose our general, which is very unfortunate. I really did. I don't like losing generals because sometimes you only get, and he was the better one of the two. So, you do. We do have a 5 chevron cavalry unit though, and we only lost 726 men. London is ours. That is insane, guys. Insane. London. Who would have thought that, you know, we'd have the entirety of the British Isles here? I think the British are actually knocked out of the game here. They are. The British are out of the game here, so nothing. We have such a... Let's see, look at this income. We're negative 600 bucks right now, but what are we spending so much money on? That's gonna make a lot of money. I don't know what we're spending so much money on, but apparently we're gonna make a negative this next turn. There's no good generals here. Leading infantry units. Area of attrition, -1 morale. No, we want morale. Plus 5% losses to area and attrition. +1 morale, +1 morale. Alright, we'll take that because we're not getting a whole lot of attrition. He has a very awkward looking mustache though. He has blonde hair and a white mustache, which I think is just kind of funny. But yeah, so let's repair all these and see if we can get some good trade. We want to get some really good trade out of this. We are at war with the Prussians, so we'll probably invade Prussia next. But let's see, we can get the Venetians here, who are at war with the French, so we're not probably going to get that, because they're at war with the French. The Ottomans, though, trade with us. Yes, you know you want to. Savoy is allied with the French, so we'll get them. Courland is kind of just random. Let's see. Crimea, trading with them. Are these guys got some money? They're weak and affluent. What about Crimea? Crimea got money. Meager. Naples. Meager. Portugal. Rich. Here we go. Rich old Portugal here. Gonna make us a lot of money. See, Sardinia. Sardinia is moderate, so we'll go ahead and get Sardinia in the trade. Naples is at war with the French, so we don't want to trade with them. We'll trade with these guys just because they're kind of the only ones we really can trade with at this point. And we'll trade with the Crimeans, because that'll boost their economy. We have so many new trade ports here that it's kind of crazy to have so many trade ports. We'll trade with these guys too. We can trade with these ones as well. We're trading with pretty much, we can trade with everyone like on the map now. Naples is at war with the French, so we'll still trade with them. Oh, actually, I don't think they wanted to trade. No? No trade with Naples? Okay. Well, I guess they don't want trade, but we have tech now. We don't have to buy tech anymore. That is amazing. We don't have to buy any more tech now. We have the factory going up over there. And general staff. Rockets. Percussion caps. Ooh, that is great. That'll keep from misfires. Rifled cannons. Iron plating. Uniform armament. Alright, great stuff. Field ambulances for percent replenishment rate in all regions. This one minus 8% recruitment cost for militia. Plus 1 militia morale. That's what we want. Alright, let's go with that for now. I don't think we have any agents. No, we don't. So no agents here at this point. I don't know why we're so low here. It's probably because we're still trying to trade out of here. And we need 360 bucks though. So, let's see. We'll probably skip on the infrastructure there. Repair that. And guys, we have so much stuff here. Hold on. What is this? Dockyard here. Do they have another one? Is it just one dockyard? We have a lot of trade ports now. It's kind of crazy. But this can only get us 38 guns. Oh, where's the really big ports, man? That's what I want. I want the really big ports. Let's see. Stud Farm, Classic University, Gunsmith, Manufactory. This one has all of them pretty much here. We have the Cannon Foundry, the barracks, and the courthouse. So, with the barracks damage, though, we can't get anything really good out of it quite yet. We'll bump it up soon, though, to the higher level buildings. But I thank you guys for watching and tuning in here. If you liked the video, please like it. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. Do what you got to do. And, you know, comment if you have any questions. If you want to, you know, see something else. But please comment and tell me what you guys want for me to be my next move. Should I go and try and take out the Irish here and take the entirety of these islands here and pretty much take control of this northern area here? Should I go for the Prussians? Should I maybe try and bear the winter, which probably not a good idea now that it's late November, but try and go for the Russians? Maybe the Swedes? I'm still at war with the Swedes here at this point, I believe. We got Scotland here. Let's see. Did we get in the top prestige yet? No, we're not in the top prestige yet. Bit unfortunate. But yes, Scotland here. So I work with the Austrians, the Sicilians, the Swedes, the Russians, the Prussians, and the Hungarians. So all of those are open opponents for us here. Anyone we can go to, preferably, you know, obviously Sweden or Prussia is the hopeful one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for next time. Bye.